Hello everyone, let's get started with the second part of this chapter. Now, the new subheading is how nomads and mobile people lived. Nomadic peoples, do you know what is nomadic peoples? Nomadic people are those people who just moved over a long distance places along with their animals. They basically lived on milk and other pastoral products. They also exchange wool, ghee, etc. as in barter system with settled agriculturalists for grain, cloth, utensils and other products. They bought and sold these goods as they moved from one place to another. Transport also. The best example of nomads are the Banjaras. Banjaras were the most important traders of nomads. Basically, their caravan was also called Tanda. This is very important. Sultan Alauddin Khilji, many others like Jahangir, Alauddin Khilji has set an examples of using all these banjaras. Like Sultan Alauddin Khilji used the banjaras to transport grain to the city market, whereas Emperor Jahangir wrote in his memories that the banjaras carried grain on their bullock cart from different areas and sold it in the towns. They transported food grain from the Mughal army during the military campaign. With a large army, there could be 1 lakh bullocks carrying grain. So, this is a huge amount. As on the previous page, you can see in figure 2 and figure 3. As in figure 2, you can easily see that the Bhils are hunting deers at the night moment. And in figure 3, you can see a chain of mobile traders connecting India to the outside world. Here, you see nits being gathered and loaded on the back of camels. Central Asian traders brought such goods to the India, and the Banjaras and other traders carried these to the local market. So you can see over here also in this image. Many pastoral tribes reared and sold animals such as cattle and horses to the prosperous people. Different caste of pretty peddlers also traveled from village to village. They made and sold wares such as ropes, straw, mat, and sack. Sometimes there were the cast of entertainers also who performed in different towns and villages for their livelihood. Now, moving ahead to the next subheading, that is changing society, new caste and hierarchies. We are going to just discuss about why and how come the new caste with the changing society just emerged. Like all the economy and the society is growing day by day, so the highly need is required for the new skills people. Smaller castes or jatis emerged within varnas, as we have discussed earlier about the varna also. For example, new caste appeared among the brahmins. On the other hand, many tribes and social groups were taken into status of jatis, like the specialized artisans like smith, carpenters, and mason were also recognized as separate jatis by the Brahmins. Jatis rather than Varna became the basis of organizing society. Among the Kshatriyas, then next, new Rajput clan means Vansh, became powerful by the 11th and 12th century. They belong to different lineage such as Hunas, Chandalas, Cholukyas, and others. Some of these too has been tribed earlier. Majorly, the clans came to be regarded as Rajputs. They gradually replaced the older rulers, especially in the agriculture areas. Here, a developed society was emerged, and rulers used their wealth or money to create powerful states. The rise of the Rajput clan to the position of the rulers set an example for the tribal people to follow them. Gradually, with the support of the Brahmins, many tribes became part of the caste system, but only the leading tribal families could join the ruling class. There is an issue with this. A large majority joined the lower jatis or caste societies only. On the other hand, many dominant tribes of Punjab, Sindh, and northwest frontier had adopted Islam quite early. They continue to reject the caste system. Now, the emergence of the state is closely related to the social change among tribal people. Two examples of this important part of our history are described below. Now we are going to move ahead to the last subheading, that is a closer look towards the Gonds and Ahoms. Who are Gonds? The Gonds lived in a very vast forested region called Gondwana, or it is also called as a country made by the Gonds. They basically practice shifting cultivation. Do you know what is shifting cultivation? Shifting cultivation means where trees and bushes in a forest areas are first cut and burnt. Then the crop is sown in the ashes. When this land loses its fertility, another plot of land is cleared thereby and planted in the same way. This is called as shifting cultivation. Now, the large Gond tribe was further divided into many smaller group of clans, you can say. Each group had its own Raja or Rai. About the time that the power of Delhi sultans were declining, a few large Gond kingdoms were beginning to dominate the smaller Gond chiefs. The administration system of these kingdoms was becoming centralized. That point of time, the kingdom was divided into Gur. Each Gur was controlled by a particular Gond clan. These were further divided into units of small villages, like of 84 villages called Chorasi. And this Chorasi was further subdivided into several barhots, which were made up of 12 villages each. The emergence of large state changed the nature of the Gond society basically. Equal society and gradually got divided into unequal social classes, due to which the Brahmins received land grants from the Gond Rajas and became more influential or more powerful. The Gond chiefs now wished to be recognized as Rajput. So Amandas, the Gonds Raja of the Garha Katanga, assumed the title of Sangram Shah. His son Dalpat married Princess Durgavati, the daughter of Salbhahan, the Chandel Rajput Raja of Mahuba. Dalpat, however, died very early. Rani Durgavati was very capable and started ruling on behalf of her 5-year-old son, Bir Narain. Under her, the kingdom became even more extensive and powerful. In 1565, the Mughal forces under Asaf Khan attacked Garha Katanga. Thereby, a strong resistance was put up by Rani Durgavati. She was getting defeated and preferred to die rather than getting surrendered. Her son too died fighting soon after. Garha Katanga was a rich state. It earned much wealth by trapping and exporting wild elephants to other kingdoms. When the Mughals defeated the Gonds, they capture a huge booty or money or whatsoever they can, just take it from there, of precious coins and elephants. They annexed part of the kingdoms and grant the rest to Chandra Shah. Who is Chandra Shah? Chandra Shah is an uncle of Bir Nirain. Despite the fall of Garha Katanga, the Gond kingdom survived for some time. However, they became much weaker and a census of the population was taken. So, for this reason, each village has to send a number of pigs by rotation. So, people from heavily populated areas were shifted to the less populated areas. So, that is also the one reason why the Ahoms clan were thus broken up. So, by the first half of the 17th century, the administration became quite centralized for Ahoms. Almost all adults male served in the army during the war. At the time, they were engaged in building dams, irrigation system, and other public works. So the Ahoms also introduced new method of rice cultivation. A home society was basically divided into clans or khels, you can say. There were very few caste of artisans. So artisans in the Ahoms area came from the adjoining kingdoms or by the nearby kingdoms. A khel oftenly controlled several villages. The peasants was given land by his village community. Even the king could not take it away without the community consent. So he has to take the permission of the community first. Originally, the Ahoms worshipped their own tribal gods. During the first half of the 17th century, however, the influence of Brahmins are increasing day by day. Temples and Brahmins were granting land by the king. In the reigns of Sib Singh in 1714 and 44, Hinduism became the predominant religion. But the Ahoms king did not completely give up by the tradition beliefs after adopting Hinduism. So this is all about the chapter. Do like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you.